Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam. Ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa qul ja'al haqq wa zaqil batil. Innal batila kana zahuqa. Rabbi shrah li sadri. Wa yassir li amri. Wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. The respected chief guests, Dr. Richard Haynes, Dr. Amar Sena, Mr. Krishna Chanchoradia, the other dignitaries, my respected elders, and my dear brothers and sisters. I welcome all of you with the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May peace, mercy and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of Almighty God, be on all of you. The topic of this evening's talk is terrorism and jihad, an Islamic perspective. And many of you may be aware that more than 20% of the world population, they are Muslims. More than 1/5 of the world population consists of Muslims. But unfortunately, Islam is also a religion which has the maximum number of misconceptions. The people that have the maximum misconception about any religion as a whole is the religion of Islam, which also happens to be today the fastest growing religion of the world. And these misconceptions are increasing, especially after the 11th of September 2001. And today, number one, top of the list amongst the misconception is terrorism and jihad in Islam. Whenever a person hears about a Muslim, immediately he starts thinking of a fundamentalist or a terrorist. What is the meaning of the word fundamentalist? A fundamentalist is a person who strictly adheres to the fundamentals of a particular subject. For example, if a doctor has to be a good doctor, he should know, follow and practice the fundamentals of medicine. Unless he is a fundamentalist in the field of medicine, he cannot be a good doctor. For a scientist to be a good scientist, he should know, follow and practice the fundamentals of science. Unless he is a fundamentalist in the field of science, he cannot be a good scientist. For a mathematician to be a good mathematician, he should know, follow and practice the fundamentals of maths. Unless he is a fundamentalist in the field of maths, he cannot be a good mathematician. You cannot paint all fundamentalists with the same brush, that all are good or all are bad. Depending upon the field in which a person is a fundamentalist, you can label him accordingly, whether he is a good human being or a bad human being. For example, if there is a person who is a fundamentalist robber, a fundamentalist thief, whose profession is to rob, whose profession is to steal, he is a nuisance to society. He is not a good human being. On the other hand, if you have a fundamentalist doctor whose profession is to save human lives, then he is a boon for society. He is a good human being. You can't paint all fundamentalists with the same brush, that all are good or all are bad. Depending upon the field in which he is a fundamentalist, you have to label him accordingly. I am proud to be a Muslim fundamentalist because I know, I follow, and I strive to practice the fundamentals of Islam. And I know that there is not a single fundamental of Islam which is against humanity as a whole. And I challenge any human being in the world to point out a single fundamental of Islam from the authentic sources of Islam which is against humanity as a whole. There may be certain people who may find that certain teachings of Islam, certain teachings of Quran, they are against humanity. But the moment you give the logical reason for it, the statistical record of the world, there will not be a single human being who can point a single fundamental of Islam which is against humanity as a whole.